Chris Godinez, licensed professional counselor, also the host of We Need to Talk on every Sunday at noon, and then I answer questions throughout the week when I get the chance. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. The views and opinions stated herein are mine and mine alone. They do not represent the ACA, the APA, or any other therapist for that matter. Boom shakalaka done. I'd like to thank my sponsor, BetterHelp, BetterHelp, BetterHelp.com/Chris Godinez. They're an online therapy company. They are international. They have PhDs and master degree level therapists. They are awesome. I've gotten great feedback from people using them. So thank you, BetterHelp.com/Chris Godinez. Okay. So today is more about the isms. So, because I got a bunch of questions and I think I can fit them into this one video. So let's go for the first question. Would you say that fascism is narcissistic abuse on a large scale? Yes, 100%. Narcissists will not do things on their own. They need minions to do them for them. And so it is on a large scale. It is absolutely narcissistic abuse on a large scale. If you look at what Hitler did, if you look at what Mussolini did, if you look at what Kim Jong-un, whatever the heck that guy's name is, in North Korea is doing, it's all abuse on a large scale, facilitated by a military that's willing to back them up. So again, flying monkeys, hello. Yeah, that's the only way that narcissism, fascism is allowed to flourish, is if they've got a whole bunch of flying monkeys willing to back them up. So yes, that fascism is narcissistic abuse on a large scale. You betcha. All right. And like I said, again, you don't believe me? Go get a history book. Go watch National Geographic. Go watch the History Channel. Go read up on Mussolini and Hitler and, you know, all of that stuff. And you're going to be sick to your stomach. So yeah, there you go. So I hope that answered that question. Not a question. Narcs like to control info sources, smear campaigns, suing the media, controlling social media. Yes, absolutely. Narcissists cannot stand being disagreed with on a personal level or on a political level. They can't stand it. So they try to control the source of information coming out to them. And that's why freedom of speech is so vitally important in this country, in any country, because you don't want the narcissist controlling the source of information. And they do that on a personal level as well. Look at how in a narcissistic family, the narcissist, the abuser, will shut down the scapegoat or the person who sees them, who sees the pink elephant taking a crap in the corner of the living room, shuts them down so that they're unable to speak, or makes it so nobody believes them. So that's why the misinformation is very much a narcissistic trait. That is very much what narcissists and dictators do in order to maintain control. Because if they control the narrative, if they can get people to believe them and disbelieve the person who's telling the truth, holy mackerel, we're in trouble. So yeah, absolutely. They do control what the narrative is, 110%. Okay. Okay. How can one tell what is actually narcissistic personality disorder or just traits of? Okay, hold please while I find my book. Hold on. Oh, here it is. All right, so here is the difference between narcissistic personality disorder and full-blown narcissistic, traits of, full-blown. So traits of would generally be like 2 traits, maybe 2 to 3 traits of narcissism. Full-blown is 5 or more. So let us quickly, she says, gotta find it in the book first, as I drop the phone on the floor. Oh my God. I know what number it is. What am I doing? Hold on. 669 should be 666, but it's 669. Okay, hold on. 669. There we go. Narcissistic personality disorder. Okay, here are the diagnostic criteria. A pervasive pattern of grandiosity and fantasy or behavior, a need for admiration, and lack of empathy. Beginning in early adulthood, presented in a variety of contexts as indicated by 5 or more of the following. You only need 5 of the 9, okay? To have traits of, it'd be like 2 or 3 traits of it. But if you've got 5, you're there. Okay, 1. Has a grandiose sense of self importance, exaggerates achievements and talents, and expects to be recognized as superior without commiserate achievements. 2. Is preoccupied with fantasies of unlimited success, power, brilliance, beauty, or ideal love. 3. Believes that he or she is special. They're so special and unique and can only be understood by or associate with other special or unique high status people or institutions. It's got to be the best. It's got to be the best. It's got to be the best of the best of the best of the best. 4. Requires excessive admiration. A healthy, normal person, they say, hey, do I look okay? You go, yeah, you look great. That's the end of it. With a narcissist, it's, do I look okay? Do I look all right? Nonstop. Tell them they're great all the time. Their ego is an abyss that is never filled, and they're constantly trying to fill it. And so they're always asking for approval and validation and admiration and everything else. So has a sense of entitlement. Unreasonable expectations of especially favorable treatment or automatic compliant with his or her expectations. So a great example I love to give is the narcissist who makes a reservation at a restaurant, asks for the best table, shows up to the restaurant an hour or two after the reservation, and still expects to be sat at the best table. That's entitlement. There it is. Okay, 6 is interpersonally exploitive, takes advantage of others to achieve his or her own gains. So they use people. We have no more meaning than this pen. As soon as the ink runs out, they toss it. We're an object to be used. 7, lacks empathy, is unwilling to recognize or unable to recognize or identify with the feelings and needs of others. They won't. They can't be bothered. They have no empathy. Poor people make them angry. Disabled people make them angry. Mentally ill people make them angry. They don't want to have to deal with it. They don't want to empathize. How dare you put me out? That's their attitude. 8 is often envious of others. Competition. They're always in competition with everybody. Or believes that others are envious of him or her. So they often believe that people are, jealous of them and they're jealous of other people. And they're very vengeful. It's a competition. Everything is a competition. Number 9, shows arrogant, haughty behaviors or attitudes. They're better than. I'm better than you. That kind of attitude. So those are the criteria. So really, you only need 5 for that person to be a narcissist. Traits of would be 1, 2, or 3, and that's traits of because that's not quite full blown. A malignant narcissist is one who is a dark triad, one who has got narcissism, antisocial, which is psychopath, and control freak. So there you go. Okay, let me see what other questions, if there are. Can you talk about narcissists and crazy making? Okay, I'm going to talk about that on Sunday. So I'm going to talk about the narcissistic crazy making. So I'm just going to title it crazy making because it is crazy making. And I'm talking about how to get out of that and how to recognize it. It's so confusing. This person will be on good behavior and then go bad. So in essence, what you're talking about is intermittent positive rewards. So narcissists have learned through trial and error that the best way to control and manipulate somebody is to do intermittent positive rewards. Okay. So I love you, I love you, I love you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. So what they do is they train us like a dog. Because when you train a dog, you don't always give a treat. You give a treat every 3rd time or every 6th time. And eventually the dog will do the behavior you're looking for, hoping for a treat. So that's kind of what narcissists do. So they're horrible to us, and then they're nice to us, and then they're horrible to us, and then they're nice to us, and then they're horrible to us. And then we're living for that moment in time when they're nice. We start, they're back. Good. Oh, this is the real them. No. Listen, you're looking for consistent behavior. Consistent behavior is not a roller coaster. It is not. Consistent behaviors like that, it might fluctuate a little bit, but not like, I love you, I hate you, I love you, I hate you. It's not going to do that. Nope. So they train us to live for the times when they are in the love bombing phase. Okay. So and remember, the love bombing phase is over the top. And they will do that intermittently, getting us to live for those days when they're kind or when they're just normal and not being vicious or nasty or devaluing or discarding or anything else. So it's a manipulation. It is a manipulation, and that's part of the crazy making. So we're going to talk more about that on Sunday when we discuss crazy making. I'm going to cover gaslighting, the intermittent positive rewards. I'm going to cover the whole thing. So we're going to talk, and we're going to also talk about how to build your self-esteem so that you can fight against that and get away from it. You're not ever going to change them. So we're going to talk about all of that. Now, let me double check and make sure I got... Hold, please, while I find the question. Okay. Yeah, so that's what they do when they're super nice, and then they're super nasty, and they're super nice, and they're super nasty. Intermittent positive rewards. And it's a manipulation and control, and it's to get people off their guard. Because if your guard is down, well, now they can manipulate. So... yeah, there that is. All right, kids, I will talk to you more on Sunday about crazy making behavior, gaslighting, all of that sort of fun stuff, intermittent positive rewards, and what you can do to guard against it, how you can strengthen your self-esteem and your certainty, all of that good stuff. So I will talk to you Sunday at noon Arizona time. When do we go to daylight savings? Wait a minute. Yeah, I think it's still noon Arizona time, 11 Pacific, 2 Eastern, I think. I think we're still on that schedule. So anyway, there it is. I will talk to you next Sunday at the normal time. So yeah, and it's going to be about crazy making. All right, my loves, you guys have a great week, and I will talk to you on Sunday. Bye.